Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Dirgantara Mininjaya. Welcome to my video. In this video, I want to explain about tense in English, which is an important part of language learning. My main focus is to discuss the four types of tense that I have choose, which are simple present tense, simple past tense, simple continuous tense, and simple future tense. These four tenses have different roles. By understanding each tense, you will find it easier to communicate and express your ideas. Let's explore together how each of these tenses is used in every day. Okay, before that, what is the importance of learning tense? Learning tense in English is very important because tense determine the time of an activity, whether it is in the past, present, or future, which is very important to avoid misunderstandings. By mastering tense, oral and written communication becomes clearer and more effective, so that the message can be conveyed appropriately. In addition, a good understanding of tense is also an important component in English proficiency. Tests such as TOEFL, which evaluate grammar and overall language skill. Okay, let's go to the first material, simple present tense. Okay, simple present tense is an English tense used to express facts, habits, or circumstances that take place in a general and repetitive manner. This tense is often used to describe daily routines, permanent truths, and unchanging situations. In simple present tense, the main focus is on activities that happen regularly or conditions that always prevail, without emphasizing on the specific time when the action is performed. Okay. So before that, sentence can be verbal or nominal. So the predicate is not always a verb. In a verbal sentence, the subject will be followed by a verb. Meanwhile, in a nominal sentence, after the subject will be accompanied by a non-verb that we usually recognize as to be. What is the simple tense formula? Okay, in general, for positive formula is subject plus to be plus complement. For negative formula is subject plus to be plus not plus complement. And for interrogative formula, to be plus subject plus complement. Okay, example for positive. I am an international school student. Artinya saya adalah seorang mahasiswa. And for the negative example is and she is not an international school student. The meaning is dia bukan seorang mahasiswa. And for interrogative example, is she an international school student? The meaning is apakah dia seorang mahasiswa? Okay, next. For verbal formula. Okay, for the positive formula of verbal is subject verb 1 plus complement. And negative subject plus do and not plus verb 1, verb 1 plus complement. And interrogative do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus complement. Okay, example positive example. I write a letter for my teacher. Artinya saya menulis surat untuk guru saya. Next, negative example. I don't write a letter for my teacher. The meaning is, saya tidak menulis surat untuk guru saya. Next, interrogative example. Do I write a letter for my teacher? The meaning is, apakah saya menulis surat untuk guru saya? Okay. Now is the exercise for material simple present tense. Number one, she blank 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 to school every day. I give you time to answer the question. Okay, so the answer is B. B. Goes. Why? Because the subject she requires a verb with an s ending because the root word is go. Okay. Number two, they blank 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 coffee every day. I give you time to answer the question. Okay, the answer is B. Drink, because the subject they requires a base from verb without an s or s ending. Okay. Number three, he blank 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 his homework before dinner. The answer is does, because the subject he needs a verb with an s ending because the best word is do. Okay. Next, simple past tense. Simple past tense is an English tense used to express action or circumstances that have finished happening in the past. This tense is often used to recount events, experience, or facts that have already passed. Without relating them to the present time, I use the simple past tense emphasize the specific time of the event and is often accompanied by a timestamp that shows when the event occurred. As such, the simple past tense helps the reader or listener understand that an action has already been performed and is not continuing into the present. Okay, for the nominal formula, the positive is subject plus to be, was or were plus complement, and negative subject plus to be, was, were plus not plus complement. The interrogative is to be, was or were plus subject plus complement. Okay, the example for a positive example is she was fat. Negative, I was not fat. Interrogative, was she so busy? Okay, next, verbal formula. Positive formula is subject plus verb to plus complement, and the negative formula is subject plus did plus not plus verb 1, and the interrogative is did plus subject plus verb 1. Okay, for example, positive, the nurse went to the hospital yesterday. The meaning is, suster itu pergi ke rumah sakit kemarin. For the negative example, the nurse didn't go to the hospital yesterday. Suster itu tidak pergi ke rumah sakit kemarin. And interrogative example, did the nurse go to the hospital yesterday? Apakah suster itu pergi ke rumah sakit kemarin? Okay. Next, as a simple past tense sentence, what will fill the predicate position is verb to. This means that this verb is no longer the basic one, aka it has changed its form because it is influenced by time. However, the good news is verbs in verbal simple past tense are not affected by the subject, so regardless of the subject, the verb form will remain the same. Okay, we go to exercise for material simple past tense. Number one, what did Maria do last weekend? Okay, I give you time to answer the question. The answer is B. Why the answer is B? When is the simple past from the verb go. The other choice, don't use the correct past tense. Choice A, use the present tense, goes. Choice J, use the continuous form, going. And choice D, use the wrong form, gone. Okay, number two, did they play soccer yesterday? I'll give you time to answer. Okay, play is the simple past form of the verb play. So the answer is C. Choice A is incorrect because it used did followed by the past tense did play, which is incorrect. Choice B used the present tense played, and choice D used the continuous form playing. Okay, number three. Where did you buy that book? The answer is B. Bought is the simple past form of the verb buy. Choice A use the present tense, buy. Choice 2 use the continuous form, buying. And choice D also use the present tense, buys. Hope this help if you. Okay, next. Okay, the third material is simple continuous tense. Simple continuous tense, also known as present continuous tense, is a tense used to describe actions that are taking place at the moment. This tense emphasizes activities that occur temporarily or are ongoing and can reflect plans or events that will occur in the future. By using this tense, speaker can show that an action has not only occurred but is also being actively performed, giving a dynamic and immediacy feel to the communication. And the present continuous tense use a predicate consisting of to be, is, are, followed by verb in. In nominal sentence, the predicate also includes to be, but is followed by being and other complements. In sentence that use the verbal pattern, the predicate is a combination of to be and the gerund form verb in. The use of predicate in the present continuous tense allows the speaker to express an ongoing action or temporary situation. Okay, nominal formulae for simple continuous tense. Positive, subject plus to be plus being plus complement. Negative, subject plus to be plus not plus being plus complement. Interrogative, to be plus subject plus being plus complement. Okay, for the example, positive, he is being very helpful today. Negative, she is not being honest with her feelings. Interrogative, are they being considerate of others? Next, verbal formula, positive subject plus to be plus verb ing. Negative subject plus to be plus not plus verb ing. Interrogative to be plus subject plus verb ing. Okay, for the example, positive, she is reading a book. Negative, they are not playing a soccer. Interrogative, are you studying for the exam? Okay, we go to exercise for material simple continuous tense. Number one, what is the correct form of the verb in the sentence? See blank 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 a book right now. I give you time to answer the question. Okay. The sentence use the present continuous tense, which is to express action that are taking place at the moment. The correct structure is are plus verb ing. In this case, is used because the subject is she. So the answer is B. She is reading a book right now. Okay. Number two, which sentence is in the present continuous tense? They play soccer every weekend. B. He is watching a movie at the moment. C. She walked to school yesterday. D. I will go to the party tomorrow. I'll give you time to answer the question. Okay. This question use the present continuous tense, which show that the action watching a movie is taking place at the moment. The other sentence use different tense. So the answer is A. He is watching a movie at the moment. Okay. The last question. Choose the correct answer to complete the sentence. We blank 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 dinner when the phone rang. Yeah. The question is A. Are having. Okay. We go to the last material. Simple future tense. Future tense is simple future tense is an English time construction used to show an action or event that will happen in the future. It is usually characterized by the auxiliary will followed by the base form of the main verb. For example, if someone wants to say that they will go to the market, then they can say, I will go to the market. In addition, the simple future tense is also useful for expressing future plans or intention, making predictions, promises, requests, and certain conditions that may occur in the future. For example, she will travel to Bali next month. It will rain tomorrow. I will help you with your homework. I will call you later. And if it rains, we will stay indoors. Thus, the simple future tense make it easier to communicate about what is to come in a precise and effective way. We go to nominal formula. For positive formula is subject plus will or shall plus be plus complement. For negative is subject plus will not plus be plus complement. For interrogative, will or shall plus subject plus be plus complement. Example, positif, she will be a doctor. Dia akan menjadi dokter. Negatif, she will not want be a doctor. Dia tidak akan menjadi dokter. And interrogative, will she be a doctor? Apakah dia akan menjadi dokter? Okay. Next, verbal formula. Plus subject plus will shall plus verb 1. Negative, subject plus will not plus verb 1. Interrogative, will shall plus subject plus verb 1. Example, positif, I will visit my grandmother. Saya akan mengunjungi nenek saya. Negatif, I will not visit my grandmother. Saya tidak akan mengunjungi nenek saya. Interrogatif, will you visit your grandmother? Apakah kamu akan mengunjungi nenekmu? Okay, we go to the last exercise. Number 1. What will Sarah do tomorrow? I will give you time to answer the question. Okay, correct answer is B. Sarah will go to the market. The reason is this sentence correctly uses the simple future tense, which is will followed by the base form of the verb go. Choice A use present tense, choice C use past tense, and choice D use present continuous tense, which is not suitable for expressing future plans. Okay, number 2. They blank 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 a new car next month. Okay, give you time. Okay, correct answer is B. Will buy. Why? Because B use the correct simple future tense structure, which is will followed by the base form of the verb buy. Choice A is present tense, choice 2 is past tense, and choice D is current form, which is not appropriately for expressing future plans. Okay, the last is number 3. I think it blank 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 rain later today. Okay, the answer is A. Will. Reason choice A is the correct simple future tense to express a prediction about the future. In this context, will is used to predict something that might happen. Choice B use the present tense, choice C use past tense, and choice D is not appropriately because it does not contain a modal verb to express the future. Okay. So conclusion of tense in English. In our discussion of tense in English, we have identified four main tense that are very important in communication. Simple present tense, simple past tense, simple continuous tense, and simple future tense. Simple present tense is used to express facts, habit, or circumstances that take place right now. For example, a sentence like, she reads a book every day indicate a routine that is done repeatedly. This tense is also often used to convey general truths. Can simple past tense serve to describe action or events that have happened and finished in the past. Example sentence like, he visited his grandmother last week, so that the visit is over and no longer ongoing. This tense is important for recounting experience or event that have already passed. Furthermore, the simple continuous tense is used to show the action that is taking place at the time of speaking. For example, they are playing soccer right now. Besides that, the activity is happening at this moment. This tense can also be used to describe future plans, such as I am meeting my friend tomorrow. The simple future tense is used to plan or predict action that will happen in the future. Example sentence like, we will travel to Bali next month show an intention or plan that has already been set. This tense is very useful in the context of planning and timing. Overall, a good understanding of these four tenses is essential for constructing precise and clear sentences in everyday communication. Mastering the use of this tense will help us convey information more effectively and understand the context of time in various situations. So that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.